Today on a Wii U I review, I'm going to review Super Mario 3D World. I didn't get this for Christmas, I got it when it first came out. But it's still not long after Christmas when, well, at least when I did the audio recording. And the spirit is still around. Yes, that's right, Bailey's has not been finished yet, and, well, I'm going to finish the rest of it. Christmas spirit. Tastes alcohol-y. So the game. We first heard of this game's existence back in E3 earlier this year. And were we excited? Not really. Why? Super Mario 3D World is the world's most stupidest name for a Mario game I've ever seen. It makes the game sound so generic and it gives the image that it's boring and repetitive, which is why it probably got complaints when it first came out. I mean, when it first got thingy. Anyway, luckily that's the worst thing you'll find about this game. Anyway, not only that, the trailer was also unappealing. Nothing seemed that original. So, what do I think about Cat Mario? Well, to me, at first it seemed a bit gimmicky, but I haven't played it. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's really hard to tell unless you've played the game, but it is really, really fun. How fun is it? Well, I think it's probably the greatest power-up in Mario history, because you know, just the explorability and that, because you can climb up and you jump around. It has that element of exploring, which I really think a lot of platformers are missing these days, and this is helping that element. Also, the cherries, another thing that was heavily advertised for the game, and it looks difficult to control, but it's actually pretty easy and pretty fun. A lot more fun than it looks. But I'm going to talk more about gameplay later on. So what about the multiplayer? Well, the first 3D Mario platformer was first attempted back in the mid-late 90s when they made Super Mario 64. But the technology wasn't there and the game would lag too much, so it never happened. The second attempt was made for Super Mario 64 too. It was made for the Nintendo 64 disk drive. And if you don't know what the Nintendo disk drive is, it simply means that this game was cancelled. Luckily, there is a demo, a 2-player demo that still exists. But it's not available to the public. Curse you, Nintendo! On attempt number 3, Super Mario 64 DS planned for a co-op. It would have taken too much space, so instead we just got this not so great multiplayer instead. So as you can tell, this multiplayer has been long awaited. So, how does it play? Well, you know it's good when you want to kill your friends, because you keep getting killed by them and you don't know what to do. It is just carnage, especially on this level. God. Sometimes you have to kill the unskilled ones just to get past. Friendships will be lost. How's the story? Well, like almost all Mario games, there isn't any. Not really. Luckily, it doesn't need it. Mario games don't tend to need them. But would Mario work with a story? Thanks to Paper Mario, we know the answer. It is hell yeah! But I would like to know more about these fairy-like things, and after completing the game I still haven't figured out exactly what they were for, what they do. Also, I just think in general, I think, you know, a Mario platformer game could really work well with a story. I would like to see that, but yeah, well, didn't need it. You may have heard that there's a secret unlockable character in the game. I won't tell you what it is, but I'd like to say it's a very good idea to have a selection for a character selection for a Mario platformer. In the same way they've got for Mario Kart and Mario Party. I think it would be very fun. I would like to see that. Level designs do vary, which is great considering what it's like when the levels don't vary enough. At first I didn't think the worlds varied, but after World 3 you will realize that the worlds do vary. The levels vary from level to level, so they don't always take the same theme as the world. Take, hint hint, New Super Mario Bros. Series. The most important part of any platformer is how it plays. It plays wonderfully. and somehow remains to not be boring or repetitive, despite there being a time that you have plenty of times to explore. It's one of the most important elements of 3D platformers, I feel, because a lot of games don't have that explorability. Like a lot of one notable one that I hated for this is Sonic and the Secret Rings. You can do stuff like this, but this just because the game's giving you freedom. That's my favorite thing about this game. It's just that you can explore. You got enough time to explore. Unfortunately, one problem the game has is that running takes like forever. Yes, takes quite a while to get full speed. What? Why did they do this? Why is the acceleration so low? God, I need more alcohol. The inner features are okay. You can collect stamps which you can post on Miiverse, which is nice. You can also have ghost Miis, and once you've completed the game, you have a Mii that you want to beat to the flagpole because he'll have like a certain, he'll be like a fast Mii. It really felt like they should have had a leaderboard. They could have included online multiplayer, but I can understand why they didn't. Precision is key, and let's face it, the online probably wouldn't work that well. I mean, you might disagree, but if you look at Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you will see what I mean. Well, now time to give this game a score. This game is a must-have for all people that have a Wii. You must get, if you have a Wii, you should get it. Wii U should get it. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And I'm happy to say it's one of the best Mario games of all time. However, even though I've given it a 10 out of 10, the reason why I've given it a 10 out of 10 is that it did everything it could. It could have, it could have had better features, it could have more features which would make it better, but it did the best. It is the best possible outcome for what they were trying to achieve. Anyway, this game definitely has some of the best power-ups in my opinion of any Mario game. Amazing gameplay and fresh levels. But if I had to say anything negative, it would be that it just takes too long to run and the name of the game. Anyway, so that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy your Christmas spirit. Ah, now that's nice, babies.